when you have something like this, really we should imagine what we did for completing the square when we were doing the beginning, right? The very first thing is that you have x squared, right? But not 1, but you have 2 of them. So you have x squared. And then you have one of these x's, and then we have negative 10x, which, let's go ahead and fill this out. Or we have negative 10x, so I'm just going to do this. So when we have this, our goal is to make a rectangle with these shapes. So looking at this, does this look like a rectangle? Does this look like a rectangle? And I'm going to go ahead and see if I can fill this out. So as an example, I have, let's see, I have 4 by 3, so I need 2 less. So I have these shapes, and I don't know how creative you are. These x squareds must always go on the top left, and these tiny ones must always go on the right, on the bottom right. So looking at this, is there any way I could rearrange these bottom ones? Well, I can kind of rearrange them so that they would stack, so that they're even, and really I get a 5 by 5, right? The problem here is these are a little short, right? It seems to be missing a section over here and a section over here, right? So in order to fill that in, what we need to do is we need to fill it in with other ones, but we can't just add value to it. We have to zero it out. So what we're essentially doing is we're adding 1 and subtracting 1 at the same time. We're adding a negative x and subtracting a negative x at the same time. And you can see here that when we start to fill it in with what we call zero sum, then we can fill it in with an equal value, right? So what we've just done here is that we've created a rectangle that equals 2x squared minus x minus 10. The reason is that these 4 that I added in, with these 4 that I added in, they actually cancel each other out, okay? And that's what we call zero sum. So initially we started with this, right? We started with these initial blocks, and what we wanted to do is we wanted to form a rectangle, so we added in these 4 negative blocks, but we canceled them out with these other 4 positive blocks. Okay. So we're going to talk about how this makes sense, and bear with me because this is relatively also new. Okay, so how does